Hello everyone, good morning and welcome to our training on January 1st. Today we are trying to formalize the things what is required. So what are we planning to cover, which is starting from 6th of January. So the first thing is we are trying to ensure that we are familiar with any programming language which is majorly being used in the industry. Okay, we are starting with compiled languages which are procedure oriented or it might be object-oriented program. When it comes to compiled languages, we are planning to cover C, C++, Java, and C hash. And later we are planning to cover the interpreted languages, which are related to your web, like HTML, CSS, JavaScript. And in this session, everyone will be in the listen only. HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Along with that, we are planning to even cover the fundamentals of AMP language, SSJS language, GTL. Then we'll try to learn the um, interpreted languages. We'll also include PHP here. We'll be planning to learn the um, database part, where we'll be learning SQL. And in Salesforce ecosystem, we'll try to plan and learn even SOQL. All these have been taught or learned so that we end up in Salesforce ecosystem, where we will be learning the Salesforce CRM. In this, we are planning to cover the language Apex, Visualforce, LWC, and the one which is been listed here, like AMP-script, SSJS, GTL, and SQL also, which is in SFMC. SQL in SFMC. Okay, this is the ultimate goal what we want to reach by the end of the month March. Okay, along with this, we will be learning the fundamentals of API 2, where you'll learn and understand SOAP API and also the REST API. So you'll be learning both SOAP and REST, and you should be understanding what is the difference between them and more. When we end up with all these things, you should be a full stack developer where you can handle backend. First, you'll be able to handle the database. You should be able to backend programming. And then you should be in a position to even handle front-end development. Okay, this is the ultimate goal, what we are planning to cover in this entire series of the programming what we are learning. So now you might be wondering, is it possible to learn all these languages in once? Yes, you can. That is not a rocket science. First, you should start with the fundamentals one program, then you'll start scaling here. You can just follow my videos, and if you start doing it, then it would be good. So we are not planning to have any technical terms initially, but when you are planning to attend any interviews after this learning, then you'll be going deep diving into it. Okay. So the agenda is to make people comfortable who come from a non-programming background. Okay, BA, BCom, or any education background you have, but you should be comfortable by the end of the March that yes, I know programming, I can manage programming languages too. That is the agenda of this entire training. Okay, having said that, so now, so you need some things. So let me brief out in the programming aspects part. What you should be learning when it comes to programming. Very importantly, you'll be starting with, do you need any software? Okay, do you need any software? So I'm specific to programming now. I'm not telling that we are doing SFMC, we are doing GTL, we are doing JavaScript or others. I'll be giving all the languages and the softwares required for you, or any cloud-based application and the username password required for it. So we are specifically concentrating on programming aspects. It might be POP or OOP, which you will start differentiating as and when we progress. The first thing what you need to learn and understand is, do you need a software? And if required, what is that you need to do for installing it? Then later, you will be learning very basic how to write a program, how to save a program, where to save it, how to compile a program if required, and you will be learning how to run it or interpret it. If it is a local based language, so you'll be learning how to do it, which we are planning to do it. You might have to watch a couple of videos. So that will be the first thing which you people have to do to learn any of the languages which has been listed above. Okay. So now, after that, what you'll be learning is very basic, is how to print any output. That is the first thing you'll be learning. Print the strings on the output. Then you'll be learning how to scan input from user. So majorly the initial things what you'll be learning is a application which is running on command prompt. Okay? That is the first agenda of this training, to make you people comfortable in command prompt application creations. So software, writing, printing, scanning the input, it might be uh, here and there, but you'll be doing it. And later what you'll be learning is variables and data types. Later you will be learning the best practices of naming based on the language. Best practices of naming based on the language of your learning. Just a minute, let me save it. So after learning variables and data types, you'll be learning operators like plus, minus, or based on the language, you'll be learning the operators which is present there. After learning operators, you'll be learning conditional statements. Conditional statements, you learn in one language, you'll start applying in the other language. Then you'll be learning looping statements. And you'll start understanding the scope of the variable, okay, which will be parallelly moving with along with this scope of the variables, looping statements, condition statements. Then very importantly, you'll be learning arrays, functions, structures, or data structure basically. When we reach in this place, you will be learning the problem solving techniques using Propel, which you will learn and understand as and when you progress. Data structure is altogether a concept which computer science students learn. Even you will be learning here data structure and problem solving. After learning all of these concepts, you can confidently say that you people are aware of some languages. Later, these are all the things which fall under POP programming, no matter whichever the language you learn, procedure-oriented programming. And later, you'll start learning the concepts of class, objects, polymorphism, which is required for Java, C#, C++, Apex languages. Okay, that is the reason we'll try to explore polymorphism and inheritance. Later, we'll be at least ending up with exception handling, which is required for AMP script, SSJS, Apex, Java, and C#. We'll be learning the fundamentals of exception handling. These are the things what we are planning to cover in the languages like C, C++, C hash, Java, Apex, SSJS2. Or if required, it will be on your ARM script language too. Okay? These are the things what we are planning to cover with respect to programming. Okay, irrespective of the language. As and when we deep dive, then we'll try to learn application building, like command line applications, which you will actually begin with. Later, desktop is not at all in trend. So desktop application, we can explore in one session. I don't want to deep dive into those things because it might take a couple of days specific to that. Desktops applications are not in trend. So that is the reason we are skipping it. So you can also explore if required on mobile app building if you're interested, but that will be not a part of this training, but we'll be concentrating more on web apps. This is what we want to end up with, web apps, but command line applications is also what we'll be learning. Since you learn web apps, then you can scale your knowledge to cloud and then very importantly, AI, ML, and natural language processing, machine learning, and natural language processing, and AI. This will be the part of our training in the month of April, May, and June. So cloud-based applications, knowingly or unknowingly, you people are already using these cloud-based applications like Salesforce. It might be Odoo. It might be any other cloud-based application. When you open a browser and if you're using it, then you'll be familiar with it. And then when it comes to web apps, you'll be learning some of the concepts like cookie. You might have seen many cookie concepts or cookie when you accept the cookies. When you go to a browser, when you go to a website, you might be seeing that accept our cookies. You might accept it or you might reject it. What is a cookie? What is a session? And how the things fall with all these things. Okay. So this is the plan for our entire program for January, February, and March. So where do we end up with is command line applications and web applications. I'll just introduce you people to desktop and very basic fundamentals of these two will be only for 2 sessions, desktops and well, since desktops are not in trend, so we are not learning or deep diving into those. Okay, this is all what we are planning to cover January, February, and March. You have to just start following the instructor and start following the instructions and just keep working. Start programming first, then we learn the technical terms as and when we progress in this training. Okay, with all these mentions, now I would like to share a QR code so that people can join our group so that you'll start getting the updates, how to register. So you'll be getting a registration link, you'll be getting an email verification link too, where you have to verify your email addresses by registering yourself, which will be starting from Monday. So the first thing is you people have to join our group, WhatsApp group, which where I'll be sharing the QR code on the screen. Thank you. Just give me a second. Thank you for waiting. So here is the QR code so that you people can join this programming and web development January 2025. You people can just scan this and you can accept to join this group where you'll be getting all the updates and also you'll be getting the YouTube channel playlist too on this one. So you'll be getting an email down the line. People have registered, whoever is willing to join. Okay, people who are willing to join, you can register yourself. If you have already registered, that's great. If you have not registered, you can register from this link. People have to join the group and also they have to register. This is the registration link, which I'm sharing it on the chat window. You can also pass it on to the people who are interested. As I mentioned, no restriction of age, region, or even education background. Here comes the QR code. You people are free to join this group. Thank you very much. Anyhow, this video will be uploaded in YouTube so that you people can start registering even from there. For the group and for the registration link, once you people have joined, you can send out a message to us. We will be sending the registration link too, and that will be starting from Monday. Okay, thank you very much. Now, let me close this window. And as I mentioned with all these things, now what are we beginning with? As we know, we are beginning with compiled languages, which is procedure-oriented programming. Today, I'll just ensure that you people are familiar with the softwares required to run these. One is you should be in Windows operating system for C#, C, C++, Java. Preferably, most of the trainings will be executed on Windows operating system, or specifically Windows 7. Okay, so what do you need? You need Turbo C3 software, okay, for C and C++. C and C++. You need to download Java JDK. The latest version which I have seen is 21. That is from Oracle website, because Oracle is the owner of the Java now. So try to download JDK. JDK stands for Java Development Kit. And if you are having, or if you are running all these things in Windows operating system, by default, the Windows framework 3.0 or the latest version 3.5 or the 4. It doesn't make any difference for you people when you're learning the programming language. It can be 2, 3.5, or even 4.0, or it might be many other ways. So do I have all these softwares? Yes is the answer. People who doesn't have the softwares, try to install these softwares by looking into the previous videos which are uploaded in our channel's playlist. Okay, perfect. Okay, so since I have all these things, as I was mentioning, what you people will be beginning with, any programming language you need software done, then you'll write save, compile, and run, print the output. This is what we have covered in 2 to 3 videos. Okay. So you might be learning many other languages parallelly, but you need some additional credentials or software which will be educated to you people as and when we progress in this training. Okay, hope everyone is familiar. If you people have any questions, try to start posting your questions in our YouTube channel. Every day when the class is completed, you can expect the video to be uploaded before 3 p.m. So 10:30 to 1:30 is the session. 3 p.m. you can expect the all videos being uploaded. Okay, it's specified with all these things what we are covering. So in the yesterday session also I was mentioning what we are covering and others. So I just wanted to highlight what we are covering in this train. So since we are beginning with the command line application programming. So if you're doing SQL, you need MySQL software. Even this is the free one from Oracle. This is a free software from Oracle. So we are trying to learn SQL using the software MySQL. Okay, and everything will be on the command. C and C++ will be in the Turbo C editor, which is a blue screen, my favorite to learn and understand our first language in computer. Okay, perfect. Now I'll give a pause and I would like to listen from the people who have joined this session. Okay, if you have any questions and other stuff. Why is that we are learning? That is also important. So I want to ensure that everyone is aware of the programming fundamentals. When you start switching your current organization, when people are looking for a better IJPs, internal job postings and all, there might be a hesitation for you people that we don't know these languages. What if it has been asked? Especially when it comes to AI, ML, and NLP, or it might be the server-side languages like SHA, Sanskrit. There are many people who are struggling. That is the reason this series is being created for them. There might be questions around API. People hesitate to answer the questions in API. So you will learn how to create an API, and also you will learn how to consume an API. Actually, there are two processes. Many people are not aware of it. Create an API and consume an API. In most of the use cases, you people consume an API, specifically when we're talking about AMScript, SSJS, GTL. So many people consume the API because APIs are already been created. You will act on the consumer side or consume it. You should also know how to create an API also. Good. That is the ultimate goal of this training. And in this program, when we are doing it, you will be in the listen only mode. All your questions are open in the YouTube channel comments. Okay. With this, I'll be pausing and stopping this recording on January 1st, session number 1. What we are picking in the session number 2 on January 1st is how to write a program, compile and print it with the help of C and C++, and then with Java and C#. And before that, I'll be showing you how or which software is required. Is it installed or not? If it is installed, where you can confirm it and how you can confirm it. That is video number 2, session number 2 on 1st of January. I'm giving a pause and stopping this video recording with a 5 minutes break. When we rejoin, we are concentrating on very basics of C, C++, Java and C#. Even though you don't know the technical terms, don't worry, you will learn it when we start moving with all these concepts. Okay, thank you very much.